everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm starting a very exciting vlog. I know I've been doing weekend reading vlogs recently, but I'm doing another one, but it's kind of different because this weekend I decided it would be really fun to do a readathon because I've never done a readathon before, and originally I was just gonna go for a 24-hour readathon, but I was like, you know what? Let's make it harder. And I'm gonna do a 48-hour readathon this weekend because I have like the last 2 weeks of classes and finals after that. So I have like 3 more weeks of school, but right now I have like a lull in all of my work, and I thought it would be a really fun way to like decompress before I have to like actually go think about school things. So I'm just so excited. I have so many fun plans for the weekend. I mean, all of them involve reading and not socializing, but that's how like every weekend goes, so nothing new. So I have quite the stack of potentials here. This whole video is essentially made possible because of the Columbia Public Library. I don't have physical copies of any of the books that I want to read, so I found all of these at the library, which I was kind of shocked by, to be honest. First of all, I'm in the middle of a book right now, so obviously I'm going to want to finish that up, and that is Hunting Prince Dracula by Kerri Maniscalco. I am honestly really loving this book a lot. Just the atmosphere of being in like the Bran Castle is so fun, and I love Audrey Rose and Thomas together, and it's just, I mean, like, they're not together, but they will be together, and it's also fun. I'm currently on page 253, so I'm like 2/3 of the way through it, so definitely will be finishing this up today, so that's exciting. And then the book that I'm gonna start after that is The Assassin's Blade by Sarah J. Maas. I'm still like not 100% sure when I should read this in the Throne of Glass series, but thank you to everybody who did comment on my video when I asked about it. I really appreciate all of your feedback, and I think I'm gonna read it because I just finished Crown of Midnight, so I'm gonna read it now. I don't know if that's the best way to do it, but I'm gonna have to pick a way at some point, so that's the way I'm gonna be doing it. I'm excited about it, but also I'm kind of sad that I'm being pulled out of the current timeline and like going to this prequel, although I've heard it's like a good prequel. I don't know. We'll see. I'm definitely gonna finish this up this weekend as well, mainly because I just want to get through it because I want to read Heir of Fire. So yeah, I'm gonna be reading that one this weekend, and then along the same vein as the last two, I have options for if/when I finish The Assassin's Blade. So depending on what I'm feeling, I could read Escaping from Houdini, also by Kerri Maniscalco, which is the 3rd book in the Stalking Jack the Ripper series, or I could read Heir of Fire by Sarah J. Maas, which is the 3rd book in the Throne of Glass series, although this is a chunky one. 565 pages, maybe not the best idea for a readathon. We'll see though, we'll see. This one seems more manageable. These are definitely options. I don't know which one I'm gonna go for though, so we'll find out. But the main thing that I'm super excited about this weekend is Heartstopper. The Netflix series comes out today, or already came out, like it's out right now. And I decided that before I watched it, because I'm super excited about it, I wanted to reread at least the first graphic novel. And I'm literally terrible at planning, I guess, because I own all 4 of these graphic novels, but they're at home right now and I'm at college, so I don't have them. So I had to go find the first one from the public library, which I'm super excited about reading again because it's been like a year since I read it the first time. I think this is also a really good pick for a readathon because it's a graphic novel and it will not take much time at all to read. I'm just excited to read this and then watch the show, but I'm also thinking about maybe reading the 2nd one and potentially the 3rd one. I borrowed them from the library, so I'd have to read them on my phone because they did not have physical copies of them, but I might do it just because I think that sounds so fun, and I've been looking for an excuse to reread them anyway, so I figured this is the perfect excuse. I don't know if I'm gonna watch the show tonight or tomorrow night, but I'm definitely gonna like get some fun food, I don't know, Chinese or something, sit down, have a good time. I thought that would be a fun thing to include in the readathon to kind of break it up. So yeah, I'm very excited about that. I'm very excited about all of my reading plans. Here is the stack of, I'm not gonna read all of these, could you imagine? But here is the stack of options that I have for this weekend. It is currently 11:03 on, what day is it? April 22nd, yes, it's Friday. and I'm going to start at noon, and then it's going to end on Sunday at noon. So we will see how many books I can get to. I've never done a readathon before, so I'm really excited. I will be like not going too hardcore. Like, I do plan on sleeping. Can't function without sleeping, but I might like stay up later, wake up earlier, that kind of thing. I just really want to try and read as much as I can before I have to like actually start thinking about school again. So yeah, those are the plans for the weekend. I'm very excited to see how I do, and yeah, we're just gonna get into it. I'm gonna start reading in an hour, and I will update you later. Now 2:19 and I have just finished Hunting Prince Dracula, and I'm kind of tempted to give it a 5 stars. I loved the end of this book so much, just like the climax of like the actual plot, and then like the relationship development between Audrey and Thomas. I was like screaming the whole time. Oh my god, I love them. After the first book, I really did not have high hopes for this series, to be honest, but I really liked this one a lot. So 2 hours in, 1 book down for the readathon. Was it kind of a cop-out that I only had like a third of it left? Maybe, but I'm gonna count it anyway. So yeah, really good. Oh my gosh, I love this one. It's really good. If I, you know, haven't said that like 4 times already. So now I think I'm going to read Heartstopper. Well, actually, I'm gonna go to Sonic and get a Diet Coke, obviously, and then I'm gonna come back and read Heartstopper. I think I read like the last one that was out in July, so it's been a minute since I've gotten to sit down with these characters, and I'm just excited about it. So I'm gonna read this, and then when I'm finished with this, I'll probably start the Assassin's Blade. Or honestly, should I just start reading Escaping from Houdini? Who knows? I need to read Assassin's Blade. Like, maybe I'll enjoy it, but at this point I'm like, I just want to get it over with. I don't know. Okay, I'm not gonna go into it with that attitude. It'll be fine. It'll be a good book. Okay, let's go to Sonic and let's get reading this graphic novel. Random update, but I'm like halfway through Heartstopper and I just realized Nick's dog's name is Nellie Nelson and it's so cute. I mean, she's cute too. This whole freaking series is cute. I adore this series so much. I'm so excited to watch the Netflix show now, but I think I might just have to read the 2nd and 3rd ones just for funsies. So I just finished Heartstopper. I'm definitely gonna read the 2nd and 3rd ones over this weekend, but I'm not gonna read them right now because I think it'll be good to have them for like tomorrow to like break up the day a little bit, you know, different formats and whatnot. So obviously the reread got a 5 out of 5 stars. Like, there was no way it wasn't going to. So, oh, that was so good. Anyway, now I'm going to start reading The Assassin's Blade. I have the audiobook for this, so that's good. Audiobooks always propel me to like finish a book faster, you know. If somebody's reading it to me, I'll be more likely to just keep going. So the audiobook is 12 minutes and 52, no, I wish it was 12 minutes. The audiobook is 12 hours and 52 minutes, and I can listen to audiobooks while I'm reading the page on 2 times speed. If I'm just listening to it like casually without reading the book along with it, it has to be 1.5, or else I will be able to tell you nothing about what has gone on in the book. but if I'm reading along, then I can do it at 2 times speed. So it should take me about 6.5 hours to finish the audiobook. So theoretically I could finish it today because it's 3:40 right now. Goal is to finish the Assassin's Blade tonight. That is ambitious. I don't know if my attention span is going to survive this weekend, but we will see. Also, I don't think I realized that this book wasn't like a whole story. They're novellas, which I should have realized considering it literally says the Throne of Glass novellas. It's not like it really matters though. There's 5 novellas in here, so that actually is kind of nice. I decided to put some sticky notes to break it up. So yeah, I honestly wasn't excited about like a whole narrative that lasted like 400 and something pages, but now that it's broken into like novellas, it seems a lot more manageable to my mind. So that's nice. I enjoy that a lot. Just finished the first novella of the Assassin's Blade, which is called The Assassin and the Pirate Lord. I wouldn't say I loved it, but I wouldn't say I hated it. It was pretty meh, to be honest. I think as soon as I get to know Sam a little bit more, who we have heard about in the first couple books of Throne of Glass, I might start to enjoy them more, just because I don't know who this man is. I know who Selena is, and I've heard a little bit about Sam, but I still like don't know much about him. But I think as their relationship develops and I get to know him and their dynamic more, I'll probably enjoy the stories more. I kind of like seeing Selena in a different setting for sure, actually like on the job or whatever, but it was okay. I wish I was reading Air of Fire right now. I'm on page 79, I think, and the next one is very short. I'm gonna probably go read that, and then I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna eat for dinner. I'll talk to you at some point tonight with a reading update. Watched the first 3 episodes of Heartstopper. I am obsessed. I really want to like sit down and watch the whole thing tonight, but I also really need to read Assassin's Blade. So I'm gonna really try and make a lot of progress in that one. I will be sitting down and watching the rest of it tomorrow night though, for sure. I'm so excited about it. Oh my god. So the first 3 episodes cover what happens in the first Heartstopper graphic novel. So I figured 3 was a good stopping place, because then I can read the 2nd and 3rd ones tomorrow, like on my phone, which would be kind of sad, but I really want to read them. And then I can watch the rest of it tomorrow. I don't know if the 4th one, or I don't even know if the 3rd one is like in the, I have no idea if it's like covering all the graphic novels, if it's covering like the first few, I have no clue. At any rate, it was so good. Also, it's a great, like in terms of it being like a good adaptation, it is like spot on. Everything that happens in the graphic novel is essentially in the show, like word for word. And I feel like that can either go like really well or really badly, but I feel like with something like this, it just works so well for it. It's just so fun. Well, it's so good. I didn't read much more of Assassin's Blade in the time that I didn't talk to you. I did go get some Chinese though. I'm on page 99, so I'm like halfway through the 2nd short story. And it's okay. I still don't know how I feel about it. I really just want to start reading Escaping from Houdini. Or I just really want to start reading Air of Fire, but like, no, I could just stop reading this, but also I'm like, I have to read it at some point. Like, I can't consider the series read in my mind if I have not read this book. So I feel like I can't just not read it. And I think if I just like marathon it, just like absolutely go for it, I should be able to finish it like at least maybe tonight, maybe early tomorrow. I need to see how much time is left on the audiobook. So there's 5 hours left if I listen to it on full speed. So if I were to attempt to do it tonight, I would finish it at like 1. Anyway, I am gonna go take a bath though, kind of just chill, read. It'll be a good time. And I will update you later. Okay, hello everybody. It is currently 10:40. I just finished the 3rd story in the Assassin's Blade. And I did like this one more than the others. It's probably just a product of it being a bit longer. I still can't fully get into them. Like, I don't know. I guess the thing is, like, Selena is not my favorite character. What I really want to see is more of Sam, but he hasn't been in these last 2. So I want to see, like, what that whole thing is about, because she seems to talk about him a lot in the beginning part of Throne of Glass, so I would like to know more about him. As for the last story I read, it was about her time with the silent assassins in the Red Desert, I think. And I did enjoy that aspect because I remember her talking about it in Throne of Glass, but she kind of just like glossed over it. But now you get like the backstory, and it was kind of fun, kind of interesting. It's not like necessary information, but it is kind of a fun background. I don't know. Like I said, it's 10:40 and I have 3 hours of the audiobook left. There is absolutely no way I'm staying up that late. Anyway, I'm gonna read for the next hour and 20 minutes and I will probably talk to you tomorrow. I will see you then. Good morning. It is about 9:18. I woke up at like 7 this morning and I've been reading for the last 2 hours. So I've made some progress in the Assassin's Blade. I have like that top little portion there left. So I think it's like 100 pages, maybe less. Thankfully, okay, the last story that I read was actually like not too bad. I kind of enjoyed it. You get to see how Selena and Sam's relationship like started, which is what I was wanting, so like that was good. But just in general, I'm just like whatever. It's like fine. We'll be finishing it this morning though, and then I can hop into whatever book I decide to pick up next, or maybe I'll read Heartstopper after this, the 2nd volume. I don't know yet, but yeah, it's going okay. Also, yes, I did indeed bring this book with me in the car just so I could film this update. So yeah, there's my progress. I think I've read like 100 pages this morning, so yeah. Right now, I'm gonna go on a walk because it's super nice outside. It's like 9 in the morning and it's like 70, which honestly, that just means it's gonna be really hot later. But right now, it's like really nice, so I'm gonna take a walk. I'm gonna listen to my audiobook, hopefully make some good progress. I'll probably walk for like an hour. So I should be able to not finish it, but I will come very close to finishing it, and then I can finish it while I'm eating breakfast. So yeah, I'm gonna go on my walk now, and I will update you guys once I have finished the Assassin's Blade, because I am on the last story now, which is also nice. I think this is the story of how Selena gets captured and just put in like Endovier, which is revealed in like the first couple pages of Throne of Glass, so that's not a spoiler. But I am interested to see how it happens, because she mentions it a lot, but she never, does she ever explain how? I don't remember what happens. I don't know. At any rate, I don't remember how it happened, so I'll be interested to read the rest of this. So yeah, like I said, I'll talk to you later. Finished the Assassin's Blade. I'm probably gonna give it a 3 stars, to be honest. Like, it wasn't awful. I enjoyed the last 2 stories a lot more than I enjoyed the first 3, but just in general, I didn't care that much. I feel like you need to like Selena more to really truly enjoy this story. stories. And I don't hate her, but I'm not like a huge fan. I don't know. It just like wasn't my favorite thing. I am glad I finished it, and I am kind of glad I read it. The background is interesting for sure. And I like knowing why she ended up in the salt mines. That's kind of that. Not much to say. Third book down though, so that's amazing. I'm very happy about that. And we're not even a full 24 hours into my readathon yet. It is only 11:26. So plans for what I'm gonna read next. I'm very tempted to read Heir of Fire, but I don't think I can commit myself to such a long book. I don't know. I think what I'm going to do is start Escaping from Houdini. I'm very excited to continue this series. Like, I'm really hyped about it. I think they're going to America in this one, so that should be interesting. And yeah, I don't know anything else about it, obviously, because I haven't read it yet. I think I am gonna start out by reading Heartstopper, volume 2 on my phone, which is very sad that I have to read it on my phone, but I am glad that I can read it in general. But it's so small. The tiny pictures. You know what, actually, I don't think this will be too bad. So yeah, I'm going to go read Heartstopper volume 2, and then after I do that, I'm going to start Escaping from Houdini, and then at some point before I start watching the show later tonight, I'm going to read the third Heartstopper volume. So, yes. It is now 3:08 and I am a fourth of the way through Escaping from Houdini, which is page like 109, I think. And it's not bad, but I wouldn't say I'm loving it as much as I loved the last one. I really enjoyed the second book in the series, and the first one was okay, and I think this one is kind of going along the lines of the first one. I like the characters, and the plot is like kind of interesting, but also, I don't know, like, it also takes place on a ship, which I'm not like super jazzed about that setting. Like, I don't know, books that like take place on water, not into it. So yeah, I do think, however, this will be a good audiobook, as in like I can listen to it while I do other things, which is my plan for the afternoon, because I have like some doodly looking stuff that I'm hoping to do for this video, so I'd like to do that, and then I can listen to the audiobook while I do that. So I think that'll be perfect. But I also don't think I ever told you that I finished Heartstopper volume 2. Obviously I'm gonna give it a 5 stars. I loved it so much. I mean, obviously they're all 5 stars. They're so good, and I think it's finally pushed me to decide that I'm just gonna read all 4 of them in this vlog, because why not? So I think before I jump back into the audiobook for this one, I am going to read Heartstopper volume 3, which I'm very excited about. It's my favorite one out of all of them. So yeah, I'll read that, I'll read some more of this, and then I'll update you later. At some point this afternoon, I am going to watch the rest of the Heartstopper series, and I'm so excited about it. So many exciting plans for this evening. Alright, hello everybody. It's like 5 o'clock now, and I just finished Heartstopper volume 3. I loved it so much. I think I've literally said that about all of them though, literally like that exact phrase, but it's true. It was great. It's another 5 stars. But I actually got a notification that a package that I was waiting for arrived today, which I didn't realize that it was supposed to come today, but, or a couple packages actually. But I have book mail, and one of these has like 4 books in it, so I'm very excited about that. I'm gonna open up this one first, save the big one for last. This one I'm very excited about. Ooh, the cover of this one is so cool. This is the 5th Mortal Instruments graphic novel, which I don't have the first 4, but I think I needed like to add something to my cart to get free shipping, and I was like, yeah, this is good enough. So yeah, and I love the cover art for these so much, and I would really like to own all of them, so at some point I will. So we have the 5th Mortal Instruments graphic novel there. I had scissors were up there. There we go. Let's dive into the big box. Oh wow, they put them in plastic, put them individually in plastic wrap. That seems not good for the environment, but things have been done, I guess. These are in really good condition, actually. Those look nice. Okay, so I have 4 novels from the Throne of Glass series to show you, because obviously I was gonna continue it, so I needed to get the hardback. So let's see. So I have the first 2. So this is the 3rd one, Heir of Fire. This is a chunky book. It is so thick, and I'm very excited to dive into this one because of the things that happened at the end of, what was that book called? Crown of Midnight. It's gonna be nuts. What's the 4th one? Actually, I don't know what the order is. I don't know if this is the 4th or the 5th one. We have Empire of Storms. It's smaller. That's what we like to see. Next up, we have Queen of Shadows. Another, hello, do you mind? Next up, we have Queen of Shadows. Another chunky one. Is this one longer than Heir of Fire? Oh, this one's like 650 pages. Oh my gosh. A thick book. And then lastly, we actually have a book that I read in this vlog, which is unfortunately a paperback, but based on how much I liked this book, I probably will not be going to pick up a hardback of it, but that is Assassin's Blade. I am glad to have it for collection purposes, but like, whatever. Good 5 book haul. Very excited about all of these. You will see me reading these in upcoming vlogs, so that's exciting. There's my unboxing. Like I said, I finished Heartstopper Volume 3. I think I made a little bit of progress in Escaping from Houdini. I'm probably like 30 or 35% of the way through it now. So yeah, now I'm going to take a break from the reading and I'm going to make some brownies. But I'm not actually gonna bake them. I'm just gonna microwave them because I'm really lazy, and microwave brownies are elite. Like, they're so good. So I'm going to make some microwave brownies and then I'm going to sit down and watch more of Heartstopper. I'm so excited. So yeah, those are my plans for right now, and I'll talk to you later. Also, the secret to really elite brownies is to pick up this and put these in the brownies, and oh my god, they're minis, Reese's Cups, and Reese's Pieces. It's so good. Oh my god, I cannot eat normal brownies now. It has to be this way. Does this not look absolutely sickeningly sweet, but also delicious? Oh, I'm so excited. I'm also so excited to start episode 4. So I have 2 episodes left of Heartstopper, and honestly, like, I really don't want it to end. It's just so cute. I love it so much. Oh my god. That's the review. Yeah. Anyway, I don't think I'm gonna watch them tonight. I think I might watch them tomorrow, just so I like space it out just a little bit. You might find me back down on this couch in a couple hours watching the last 2 episodes. I don't know, but I do need to start reading some more. So I don't remember where I'm at in Escaping from Houdini. I need to like figure that out. So I'm about 1/3 of the way through Escaping Houdini now, which is pretty good. That's further than I was thinking I was. So yeah, I think I have like 8 hours and 21 minutes of the audiobook left. I think I also figured out something else that I'm going to read in this readathon, which is exciting because I forgot that this existed. I knew the other one existed, but if I could find it back here. There's 2 like Heartstopper novellas that obviously follow Nick and Charlie if they're Heartstopper novellas. And there's This Winter, which I really do want to read, but I want to read it during the winter, obviously, so I'm not gonna read it right now. But Scribd has the audiobook for Nick and Charlie, like that's the name of the novella. So I think I might listen to that like tomorrow morning or something, just like a little casual read. I feel like it fits the theme of this weekend too, and it just sounds so fun, and it's not very long. I think it's like 1 hour and 45 minutes, so that shouldn't take me like anytime at all. So yeah, I'm going to read. I will update you either when I finish this book or when I end up going to sleep. Yeah, that makes sense. So I'll talk to you later. It's like 10:06. This is not my final update for the night, but it is an update that needs to be put out into the world, I guess. I'm on page 286 now, so I'm like, I don't know, 2/3 of the way through the book. And Audrey Rose, I know this is all a part of her plan, but she's making some very questionable decisions right now. And I don't like it. I don't like it at all. That's the update. That's all I have to say. Everything she's doing in like the last part of this book, I'm like, no, poor Thomas, he doesn't deserve this. Like, who cares about the greater good, honestly? I don't. Anyway, I'll be interested to see how this impacts their relationship in the long run. Another update for the night is that I did, in fact, watch the last 2 episodes of Heartstopper, and I was tearing up there a little bit. I absolutely loved the show. It was such a good adaptation, and I just loved it so much. The show and like the graphic novels are just so like wholesome, and like something I wish I would have read when I was like early high school, be like the perfect age for that kind of thing. But even now I'm like, these are amazing. I love them so much. I love like all the little doodles that are present like throughout the show when like cute moments happen. I just think that's such a nice touch, and it just really makes me feel like I am watching the graphic novel. It's such a good adaptation. As for reading updates, I am now 3/4 of the way through Escaping from Houdini. I've forgotten what I just read. I have absolutely no idea what I just read in this book. I like read this and then I immediately like switched to watching the show, so like I need to get back into this a little bit more, and then I will update you probably tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna read any more tonight. I might read like a little bit. Yeah, at any rate, this is definitely getting finished tomorrow, and then I should have time to read the other 2 things that I want to read as well. It's been such a fun day. I've had such a nice time just reading and watching Heartstopper. So I'm going to continue, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Hello everybody, it's Sunday morning. It's a lovely rainy morning. Very excited about it. I'm going to get a biscuit from McDonald's for breakfast, so thought I would take this chance to update you. It's like 9:20 right now, and I tried to get up early. I really did, but it was not happening. But I have read like 30 pages of Escaping from Houdini, and I think I have like 80 pages left, so I'll definitely be able to finish that. But I did also finish Heartstopper Volume 4 earlier, like when I woke up, so that's also great. Honestly, really not hyped about how the ending of Escaping from Houdini is going. The murder is like kind of interesting. It's not my favorite thing ever, but also like the romance is kind of falling apart just a little bit, and it makes me sad because I love them so much, and it's just poor Thomas. Heartstopper Volume 4 was good though. It's definitely a little bit heavier than some of the other graphic novels in the series, but I think it's such a necessary addition to the series, and I just think it's so well done, and yeah, it was really good, obviously. Yeah, I'll talk to you at some point, I think. Okay, so it's the next day and I'm going to briefly be wrapping up this vlog because I have talked about all of these and this video is already long. So I managed to read 8 books this weekend, which is fantastic. Very excited about that. But if we want to get specific and talk like page counts, as for like physical books, like proper books that I read 1,032 pages, which is kind of crazy. And then it's kind of a cop-out, but if you want to count like page counts overall, including what the page count of Nick and Charlie was and then the page count of all the Heartstopper novels, it is 2,543 pages. It's like not really accurate, but it does sound impressive, so that's also really fun. So let's quickly get a little recap of what I read this weekend. So first I read Hunting Prince Dracula. It was great. I think I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed this one. Just the setting and the romance and the atmosphere was top notch. I very much enjoyed it. Then I read The Assassin's Blade, which I think I'm gonna give it 3 stars. I'm debating between like a 2.5 and a 3 because I really didn't enjoy it like that much. I am glad that I read it, but I don't know. It just wasn't my favorite. I'm really excited to like hop into Heir of Fire and like continue on with the rest of the like Throne of Glass series, but this, it just wasn't it for me. Then I finished all 4 Heartstopper graphic novels, which I gave all of them a 5 out of 5 stars. Obviously, they're fantastic, amazing. I love them, obviously. And then I finished Escaping from Houdini. It wasn't amazing and I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it. The murders were like kind of interesting. Obviously I like Audrey Rose and Thomas, but also there was like another character that was very prevalent throughout this book that I did not like at all. And just a lot of the choices that Audrey is making, I was like, girl, come on now. I just wasn't a fan of that. And then I read Nick and Charlie, the audiobook. I found it on Scribd and it was okay. I don't know what I would rate it, to be honest, just because it was so short, so I'm not sure. I liked seeing them at a later stage in their relationship where Nick is like going off to college, and it was like kind of interesting to see, but also they were like fighting for most of it, so like I don't know. I also didn't realize that the novella was written before the graphic novels came out, which makes sense because they were not completely different from how they acted in the graphic novels, but there was like a slight personality shift, like just a little bit. I feel like they would have reacted to things differently had, you know, they've been acting like they did in the graphic novels. Does that make sense? So I don't know what I'm gonna rate that one. I'll figure that out at some other point in time. I don't know. And then final thoughts on the Heartstopper show. I thought it was amazing. Obviously, I've said I've loved it like 7 million times. Obviously, the representation and diversity of that show is so important and it's amazing, and I just wish something like that would have been popular when I was like in early high school and hadn't been like able to see that. So I'm glad that like younger people are able to see that now, and I think that's just really amazing. And Alice Oseman is just so talented. I am perpetually in awe. That's the vlog. I had a really nice weekend. Even though some of my reads were like not my favorite, I still had a good time just attempting to read as much as I possibly could. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I, like I said, had such a good time this weekend, and I really hope to do more readathons because it was just so fun. So yeah, if you liked the video, please let me know down below if you've watched the Heartstopper show yet. I would love to know your thoughts on it. I'm sure we are all obsessed. So yeah, I will see you guys in my next video.